the yield comparison of grafted tomato between three varieties of tomato rootstocks. So ladies and gentlemen, from area Mahasalakan.
Good morning, ladies and messieurs. Greetings. It's my pleasure to be here today to present one of my projects that take place in Israel during my training. My name is Thani. I study for Master of Agriculture and Technology under dual program of Thai Israel. So my project is about yield comparison of craft tomato between three varieties of tomato rootstocks. So I would like to talk about Israel so we can get to know a little bit. So the place where I went for my training is located at the Middle East. The country is named Israel, one of the world's first leading agriculture, also technology. So I was training in the south of Arava region. It is a very desolate place and very dry desert. So I was under training for about 11 months in Israel. It's under very harsh condition weather, so very little water. So let's begin about my project. These are the members of myself and others that take part in this research project. So my farm was located in Moshav Idan, so it's also in south of Arawa. My farm mostly produced tomato for local export and So tomato is a very important money crops that export throughout other countries and many parts of the areas nearby neighboring countries. It is also very high resistant to the environment that it is planted. So the object of this research is to find which variety of rootstock will give the best yield, and also a hypothesis that we guess that it's an old variety is Kulla, and also the variety that is crafted on tomato is 2024. So move on to methodology. We did 3 treatments. Each treatment have 10 plants. So we can see that on the T1, T2, and T3 there is the old varieties as rootstock. So Kulla, Buffet, and RS. And also the data was calculated for the weight and also the number of bunches. The data began collecting start from 19 June till the 29 April of 2019 since last year's. So as you can see the charts there, this is the weight per month of graft tomato between 3 varieties of each month since January to April. As you can see, we calculate as ton per dunum. So every variety has a different weight at the end of each month that we harvested. So as for the total yield of the whole season that I harvested was 2024, and Kulla came in first, that has the highest yield, and also second came in Ikram and on Buffet, and also Ikram on RS that came second and third. This is the total yield per season. We calculate as ton per dunum, so it will be easier to understand. So this connect is also a bunch per month between each of 3 varieties. The numbers are a lot, but this is what we harvest every data of every 4 months. So the last result would be total bunch per season. As you can see that when we compare each variety, you can see on the yellow chart the Kulla and also 2024 still came in first. And also the second is Ikram and RS, and also third green, Ikram and Buffet. So on conclusion, as you can see, the yellow chart that we see in each tree graph before identified as variety 2024 and also Okulla that gave the highest yield and also number of bunches. So other than 2024, there's Ikram and Fair. They have rather bigger size, but really not much yield that we can harvest. And also same as Ikram on RS, high number of bunch, but still small size. So what we want to know is, according to farmer, he wants to know which variety will give the better yield. So he wants to do little experiment, so he can decide which variety for next season is for him to grow, so he can harvest more. So as for interest, since the study, I take very interest in agriculture, so I went to Israel to study more, and I see many different things, wide range, various things. So technology is one thing that surprised me there, because everything consists of technology since the beginning of the growing seedlings, harvesting, and also packaging. Everything has involved with technology. So what I learned is technology is one part of agriculture, and that we can take to develop and combine with the idea to improve and make advance in agriculture. So this is for my presentation. So if you have any question, I will be very to answer your question after the present of my project. Thank you.
Do we have any questions from the audience? Anyone? Well, just a bit of a short information about the area. It's the complete name of the program. It's Arawa International Center for Agricultural Training. So this is actually a dual vocational training program offered between the Ministry of Education Thailand and the Israel. So we send students to Israel every year. So they study, our Thai students, they study in Thailand for a year, and then after a year they move to Israel for another year. So it's going to be a work and travel program. So while they're in Israel, they will be working with farmers, and they also need to come up with one project towards the end of the program. Otherwise, they won't be given any certification. While working in Israel, they also have the chance to travel within the country. And on top of that, our students will also be getting some certain amount of money, sort of allowance, or I would say salary, sort of. Right. Do you get that kind of money? How much, if you don't mind?
So it depends how much you work for.
Ah, great. So
There's also overtime working hours.
So on an average, how much do you get per day?
Oh, I don't know the exact number. I think I forgot.
So maybe they're interested. You can tell them like, oh, we get $2,000 per month.
I think it could be close or more. Even
2,000.
I'm not sure.
I'm getting salary,
15 from the
$2,000. I want to work there. Really? So for how long? So how was the experience?
Well, I was training there for about 11 months. So the experience was quite fantastic. I was surprised before I go there. I didn't think that desert, there would be rain there during the winter season. There's also sandstorm coming. When the storm coming, we were like panicking and then pack up and go home. So we stopped right away. Right? We can't stay at the front.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously you speak really good
Yeah.
English. So what do you think are the requirements before you can work in Israel? Is the language a problem there or what?
Well, the language is not a problem, but getting prepared is very important.
prepared.
Beautiful. Very smart. Thank you so much.